There you go. Oh, that's kind.
There you go.
Oh, how nice. She's all...
The box.
She's okay.
Oh, go.
So as I'm sure we're all aware, the world is going a little bit crazy at the minute. It's a pretty scary time for a lot of people. There's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of nerves and anxieties flying around. We're in lockdown now in the UK, but I've been spending the last couple of weeks with the kids inside the house anyway, trying to socially distance ourselves from the outside world. But I wanted to make a video to give some parents out there some ideas on how to keep a toddler entertained, as I'm struggling, along with probably many other parents.
That one.
Which one?
That one. What?
Which one?
That one.
Orange.
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 What
Can you
one?
say orange?
Orange.
I'll be honest, there's many days when I've wanted to pull my hair out and climb the walls, and to be honest, Elizabeth would probably climb the walls too if she could. All you really need for this first activity is some paint, some paper, and then your imagination. The idea is to use toys and objects, preferably ones that are wipeable, to dip into the paint and to create some art. So Elizabeth loved doing this. Apart from that, I seem to have a stupidly clean toddler who needs me to wipe her finger with a baby wipe every single time a little bit of paint gets on her finger. But in the end, we ended up using some of her toy animals from her farm. So the giraffe put lovely little hoof prints on the paper, and there was also a mini pitchfork and fence. She had a little car, which when she drove that through the paint, it made some tracks on the paper. That was nice. And she had some sorting shapes, which ended up working really well as well. She also really enjoyed helping me bathe all the little toys at the end, so that ended up being a little activity of its own. For this second activity, all you need is a play kitchen and then some water. So this isn't something I'd usually think to do, because usually day to day I'd probably just think it's too messy. But when you're stuck inside, you've got to do what you got to do. So just pop a towel or two on the floor, pop some water in the sink, and just let them play. So they can pour the water between all the little pots and pans. She's got like a little play dustpan and brush, which she brushed the water with. Yeah. For the next activity, again, really basic, you just need the paint, the paper, and your finger. We decided to create a tree ourselves, so I drew the tree and the branches first. I did then pop out and blow dry it really quickly before we added the leaves. Again, a tricky one for my toddler that doesn't like to get messy, but we did get there eventually. She started to get into it a little bit more. Once I showed her what to do and she saw that I was getting my hands messy, she loosened up a little bit, shall we say. Fourth activity, so just before the UK was given further instructions to stay inside, we did go to the beach. We socially distanced ourselves from everyone else whilst we were there to make sure we were being safe. But whilst we were there, we collected some rocks and shells and stuff. So again with this one, all you need is paint, a protective sheet on the floor, and just let them go at it. If you're still able to go for a walk in your local area, you would probably be able to find some rocks, or even sticks would work as well, and just let them paint. So activity number 5, I actually got some sticky back plastic. They do it in like A4 size. It's the easiest, cleanest piece of craft I think we've ever done. Absolutely no mess, which is really handy for a really quick activity. And in terms of things to stick down on the paper, we had a load of craft stuff ready to use, but try and be imaginative with it. So you could try and think of anything you could cut up, or bits of scrap paper that you could colour in and stick on. Or you could even pop into the garden and use bits from the garden like leaves or branches or pine cones. I'll add the link in the description of the plastic sheets that I bought, but there is probably many others as well. I'd just obviously suggest in these times when delivery drivers are probably pretty busy to just order with caution and try to only add it to an order that you were already receiving. Stay safe everyone, and try to enjoy this time that you've got together.